What's the funniest thing you've ever done to prove a point to your parents? My parents had this annoying habit of shutting down every request I made with the same exact phrase. When you pay rent, you can make the rules. Didn't matter what I asked for. Later bedtime, different dinner, friends over on weekdays. The answer was always the same. When you pay rent, you can make the rules. I was 14 and getting sick of hearing it, so I decided to take them literally. I started saving every birthday dollar, every allowance payment, every lawn mowing job. For 3 months, I hoarded money like I was planning to buy a car. My parents thought I was being responsible. Little did they know I was plotting their destruction. I looked up our monthly rent online. Turns out we paid $2,200 a month. I counted my savings and had exactly $1,247. Perfect. One Tuesday morning, I walked into the kitchen, where my parents were drinking coffee and reading the news. I slammed a stack of cash on the table and said, "Here's this month's rent payment." My dad nearly choked on his coffee, and my mom just stared at the money. "What is this for?" I said, "Well, you always told me when I pay rent I can make the rules, so I'm paying rent." My dad tried to hand the money back, but I stepped away from the table. "Nope, a deal's a deal. I'm officially a rent-paying tenant now." My mom said, "Honey, we didn't mean it literally." I said, "Too late, the transaction is complete, and as the new co-landlord, I'm implementing some house rules." I pulled out a typed list I'd prepared and started reading my new regulations. Rule number 1, mandatory family dance time every night at 7 p.m., no exceptions. Rule number 2, pizza only Tuesdays. We're ordering pizza every Tuesday from now on. Rule number 3, no news during breakfast. Only cartoons are allowed on the TV. My parents looked at each other like I'd lost my mind. My dad said, "This is ridiculous. You can't just pay rent and take over the house." I said, "Actually, according to your own logic, I can." "You've been telling me for years that rent equals rule-making power." My mom tried reasoning with me. "Sweetie, we'll give you the money back. Just stop this." I shook my head. "Sorry, but I've already invested in this household. As a paying tenant, I have rights." That night at 7 p.m., I turned on music and announced it was mandatory family dance time. My parents sat on the couch refusing to participate, so I danced around them for 30 minutes straight. The next day was Tuesday, so I ordered pizza for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. When my dad complained, I reminded him, "Hey, you said when I pay rent, I make the rules." This went on for a week, with me enforcing my ridiculous regulations. Finally, my parents cracked and called a family meeting. They said, "Okay, we get your point. We'll stop saying that phrase all the time, but you have to take your money back and return to normal house rules." I pretended to consider their offer, then said, "Fine, but I want this agreement in writing, and I'm keeping Pizza Tuesdays. That one stays permanent." My parents never used that phrase again, and we still order pizza every Tuesday to this day.